Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showcasing my rendition of Ra's al Ghul from Batman, but as a chibi. Without further ado, let's get into it. As usual, every new drawing gets mapped out with a 9H pencil, starting with the head, which will give me the length of the body as well. All my chibis are 2 heads tall. Ra's is the second villain in the second group of 9 villains I drew back in 2012. I added him to my list because I remembered him being a strong foe against Batman in the animated series. I am a normie, so I have no idea how formidable he was in the comics, but I feel like he's fairly well known. In my original drawing of him, I kept his beard how it is in most depictions from the comic, as well as the animated series. However, I stumbled across a couple different fan arts online with him wearing mutton chop style beards, and I really liked the look and chose it for my updated version. I also noticed a few artists gave him brown and white hair instead of his traditional black and white hair, which I also adopted, though if I could color this over again, I would have stuck with the black and white. Once the sketch is done, I'll move on to adding color. I don't have an ideal selection of colors for slightly browner skin, which Ra's generally is depicted as having a more bronze complexion. It could also be because I haven't practiced mixing colors with markers. I see other marker artists that will mix what seems like the completely wrong colors in their skin shading, but once all the layering is done, the colors make sense. It's something I need to teach myself, but I'm not ready to break out of my shell just yet. When a costume has high contrast trim, I will often sketch the trim in so I can achieve the high contrast. In the case of Ra's and the gold trim on his coat, I opted for my golden jelly pin. I hoped it would be opaque enough to cover the green underneath, This is another thing I would do differently if I could, since it didn't have the brightness I was hoping for. One thing I completely forgot to add is his sword. Because I've never read any of the comics, I don't know the significance of it, but I feel like it's pretty important since I almost always see him with a scimitar or sword of some kind. On a side note, I thought about playing with the brightness and contrast of the video in an attempt to make the sketch easier to see. I decided against this in the end since the sketch is the least important part of my video and I don't think too many people are interested in the sketch process rather than the end product. Once I'm done adding color, I'll move on to the last step by adding the line work. This does include adding any finishing touches that require a gel pen or a colored pencil. I'm trying to figure out ways to record this part specifically since my dumb head blocks a fair bit of what I'm doing. I apologize for this and hopefully I'll get it figured out. Either that or I'll end up becoming a meme one day when I make it big on YouTube. Well, that's it for Rish. I hate it, but I hope you all like it. Next up will be Loki. Thanks for watching. Bye.